Hi, and welcome back to Deb's Dialogue. Before I start, I just want to show you something. That there is Norwich Castle, and it's such a lovely day today. I wanted to show you all that. Gonna get back because I sort of digressed a little bit and talked about other things. But today, before my operation, I had an appointment where I had to go and, they get weighed and you get weighed and they do blood tests and stuff like that just to make sure that you're all okay, ready for the operation. But one thing I want to tell you about is one of the things that I took part in is this project called the 1,000 Genomes Project. And basically, anyone who finds out they have cancer can have a blood test done, and then the blood gets analysed, and all of your genomes get processed and put into a database and everything, and it can help the medical industry find out more specific markers for things like cancer and Alzheimer's and things like that. And why did I take part in it? Some would say, it's government conspiracy. They just want all of your information on a massive database. But quite frankly, the reason why I took part in it is because if me having a simple thing like a blood test can help more information be found out as to markers for things like cancer, then that information could be used to save someone's life. And quite frankly, why not? It's a simple blood test. It's not like, you're selling your soul to the devil or anything like that. So I found it very interesting, the fact that, all of your DNA and your genomes and everything can be all processed, and similar markers could be found. It's fascinating, absolutely fascinating. So this particular day I went to the hospital and I saw the nurse, and she was telling me all about the day of the operation, and I was given a cream, and I had to put this cream on my nipple. And basically it was like a numbing agent, because then on the day of the operation I have a needle with a dye stuck into my nipple, and the dye then goes to my node, and it helps during the surgery, because I also had a node taken out. It helps the surgeon to find the node a lot quicker. So she showed me how to put this cream on, and then I had to put a sticky plaster thing over the top of it and everything. And talking about, what I was supposed to eat or drink, the day of the operation and everything like that. And then after that, I waited for the people who were doing the 1,000 Genome Project, and they took a blood sample from me. When they took the blood sample out, they took it out and it came out red, and I was like, oh, that's disappointing, isn't it? I was hoping it would be green and I could be a Vulcan. Geek alert. But the way I see it is they must deal with some pretty stressed out people sometimes, and so I always try to make little comments to brighten people's days, hopefully make the situation a little bit less tense for them, perhaps, So yes, it was very interesting. I don't know if I'll ever hear anything back about the 1,000 Genome Project, but just to think that a blood sample of mine could help save someone's life, then who's not going to do that? Very interesting, though. Very interesting. So I went and I got all of the stuff that I needed, found out all the information that I needed, and went home, and I think it was about a week, 10 days or something after that, until the day of the operation. and I'm going to talk about the operation in my next video. But for now, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy this lovely weather. It's a bit chilly. Listen to the birds singing and enjoy the view. Until next time, bye.